Tuesday, 15th week after Pentecost, evening meditation, September 15th, 2020, Feast of the Seven Sorrows of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Meditations taken from Meditations and Readings for Every Day of the Year by St. Alphonsus Liguori, Bishop and Doctor of the Church. First choice is teacher in moral theology. Act of faith in the presence of God. In nomine Patria, Filii, Spiritus Sancti, Amen. Most holy and adorable Trinity, one God in three persons, I believe that thou art here present. I adore thee with the deepest humility, and render to thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to thy sovereign majesty. Grant me the grace to pray as I ought. Speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth. O Blessed Virgin Mary, Mother of God and my Mother, I ask for the grace to continue to pray. Christian soul, reflect on these every day of your life. There is one God to glorify, one eternity to prepare for, saints and angels to call upon, one life to use well, one body to mortify, one death to suffer, one hell to avoid, one judgment to confront, one Jesus to imitate, one soul to save, neighbors to edify, one world to be detached from, sins to expiate for, passions to subject to our will, virtues to acquire, one heaven to win. Act of humility, litany of humility. O Jesus, meek and humble of heart, hear me. From the desire of being esteemed, deliver me, Jesus. From the desire of being loved, deliver me, Jesus. From the desire of being extolled, deliver me, Jesus. From the desire of being honored, deliver me, Jesus. From the desire of being praised, from the desire of being preferred to others, deliver me, Jesus. From the desire of being consulted, deliver me, Jesus. From the desire of being approved, deliver me, Jesus. From the fear of being humiliated, deliver me, Jesus. From the fear of being despised, deliver me, Jesus. From the fear of suffering rebukes, deliver me, Jesus. From the fear of being calumniated, deliver me, Jesus. From the fear of being forgotten, deliver me, Jesus. From the fear of being ridiculed, deliver me, Jesus. From the fear of being wronged, deliver me, Jesus. From the fear of being suspected, deliver me, Jesus. That others may be loved more than I, Jesus, grant me the grace to desire. That others may be esteemed more than I, Jesus, grant me the grace to desire. That in the opinion of the world others may increase and I may decrease, Jesus, grant me grace to desire. That others may be chosen and I set aside, Jesus, grant me the grace to desire. That others may be praised and I unnoticed, Jesus, grant me grace to desire. That others may be preferred to me in everything, Jesus, grant me the grace to desire. That others may become holier than I, provided that I may become as holy as I should, Jesus, grant me the grace to desire. Almighty God, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, we ask for your guidance in this, our evening meditation, through the intercession of thy Blessed Mother Mary, ever Virgin. Ave Maria, gratia plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, and benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc in hora mortis nostrae. In honor of Saint Joseph, our guardian angel, and all the saints, we pray, Gloria Patria, Filio, Spiritus Sancto, sicut erat in principio, nunc et semper, et seculare seculorum. Come, Holy Ghost, fill the hearts of thy faithful, and kindle in them the fire of thy love. Send forth thy Spirit, and it shall be created, and it shall renew the face of the earth. Let us pray of God, who did instruct the hearts of the faithful by the light of the Holy Ghost, grant that same Spirit, that we may be truly wise, ever to rejoice in his consolation, through Christ our Lord. Amen. Evening meditation, considerations on the passion of Jesus Christ. Quote, neither is there salvation in any other. Acts 4, verse 12. St. Peter says that our whole salvation is in Jesus Christ, who, by means of the cross, where he sacrificed his life for us, opened to us a way for hoping for every blessing from God, if we would be faithful to his commands. Let us hear what St. John Chrysostom says of the cross. He says, quote, the cross is the hope of Christians, the staff of the lame, the comfort of the poor, the destruction of all pride, the victory over the devils, the guide of youth, the pilot of mariners, the refuge of those who are in danger. the counselor of the just, the rest of the afflicted, the physician of the sick, the glory of the martyrs." Unquote. The cross, that is, Jesus crucified, is the quote-unquote hope of the faithful, because if we had not Jesus Christ, we should have no hope of salvation. It is the staff of the lame, because we are all lame in our present state of corruption and weakness. We have, in truth, no strength to walk in the way of salvation except that which is communicated to us by the grace of Jesus Christ. It is the comfort of the poor, and we are all poor, for all we have received from Jesus Christ. It is the destruction of all pride, for the followers of the crucified cannot be proud, seeing him dead as a malefactor upon the cross. It is victory over the devils, for the very sign of the cross is sufficient to put them to flight. It is the instructor of the young, for admirable is the teaching which they who are beginning to walk in the way of God learn from the cross. It is the pilot of mariners, and guides us through the storms of this present life. It is the haven in peril, for they who are in peril of perishing through temptations of strong passions find a secure harbor by flying to the cross. It is the counselor of the just. For how many saints learn wisdom from the cross, that is, from the troubles of this life? It is the rest of the afflicted. For where can they find greater relief than in contemplating the cross, on which a God suffers for the love of them? It is the physician of the sick. For when they embrace it, they are healed of the wounds of the soul. It is the glory of martyrs. For to be made like Jesus Christ, the King of martyrs, it is the greatest glory they could possess. In a word, all our hope is placed in the merits of Jesus Christ. The apostle says, quote, "I know both how to be brought low, and I know how to abound, both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need." Philippians 4, verse 12. Thus St. Paul, instructed by the Lord, says, "I know how I ought to conduct myself. When God humbles me, I resign myself to his will. When he exalts me, to him I give all the honor. When he gives me abundance, I thank him. When he makes me endure poverty, still I bless him. And I do all this not by my own strength, but by the strength of the grace God gives me. For he that trusts in Jesus Christ is strengthened with invincible power. The Lord, says St. Bernard, makes those who hope in him all-powerful." The saint also adds that a soul which does not presume upon its own strength, but is strengthened by the word, can govern itself so that no evil shall have power over it, and no force, no fraud can cast it down. The apostle prayed thrice to God that the impure temptations which troubled him might be driven away, and he was answered. Quote, "My grace is sufficient for thee, for power is made perfect in infirmity." 2 Corinthians 12, verse 9. How is this that the virtue of perfection consists in weakness? St. Thomas, with St. Chrysostom, explains it, that the greater our weakness and inclination to evil, the greater is the strength given us by God. Therefore, St. Paul himself says, quote, "Gladly, therefore, will I glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may dwell in me. For which cause I please myself in my infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distress for Christ. For when I am weak, then I am powerful." 2 Corinthians 12, 9-10. Concluding prayer, I give thee thanks, O God, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, for the light which thou now bestowest upon me. I make a firm purpose of my will that I may, in uniformity with your divine will, O triune God, keep my resolutions and keep them well. for the love of thee and thy mother, the Blessed Virgin Mary, so that through her intercession I may receive by her loving hands the grace to be ever faithful to my resolutions, my state in life and rule of life, now until the hour of my death. I give thee thanks, O God, for the patience with which thou hast hitherto borne with me. I see that, although I forgot thee, thou didst not forget me. I am sorry, my sovereign good, for having turned my back upon thee. I am now resolved to give myself entirely to thee. And why should I delay, that thou mayest abandon me, and that death may find me as miserable and ungrateful as I have been even until now? No, my God, I will no more offend thee, but will love thee. I love thee, O infinite goodness. Give me perseverance and thy holy love. I ask for nothing more. Mary, refuge of sinners, intercede for all the holy souls in purgatory and for all poor sinners, particularly myself. Have a pleasant and blessed evening, O slaves of Mary. In nomine Patri et Filii Spiritus Sancti. Amen.